وأن هذا العلم مخصوص بما قد شاع فيه عند كل العلماء.
Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to another halqa from the halqat in the series of seeking knowledge. And in this session, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, we're going to take how does a person apply to the Islamic University of Medina? This is a question that often repeats itself, and many people that are interested in applying wonder, how do I go about applying to the Islamic University? And so in this video, inshallah, we're going to discuss that bi'idhnillah ta'ala in detail. Going into our mawdu' right now, which is how does a person apply to the Islamic University of Medina? There are certain requirements, and so I'll post all of the links that you need in the description below this video, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And so the first link that we need is the requirements. What are those things that are required for me in order to apply to the Islamic University of Medina? So there are certain requirements that are needed from you before you apply. You need to gather these documents together. You need to scan them into a JPEG file, and then you upload them onto the official Islamic University website. All of the links for these websites will be below in the description, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. So we'll first go through the requirements. The first of all is easy. You need your passport. You need to scan your passport page of your details. That's number one. You need a passport photo-sized picture. A passport photo-sized picture of yourself. That's number two. Number three is you need your high school grade results. And so for UK, that's your GCSE results, and in America, that's your high school results. So that's the level before the university, and in UK, it's the GCSE results. You just need to have scan a picture of one of those certificates, and then you need a picture. Number four is the transcript. Number four is the transcript of all of your results, and number five is birth certificate. You need a picture or a scan your birth certificate if you have one. Then number six, a medical letter. Now you need a medical letter from your general practitioner or your GP, as we say in the UK, and they need to give you a brief medical report saying that you do not have any chronic illnesses that will prevent you from studying abroad. And usually they take a small fee for that, so you just tell them I'm trying to apply to a university abroad, and from the requirements is I need a medical letter to show that I can study abroad. I don't have any chronic illnesses that's going to prevent me from studying abroad. And so that's number 5 or 6. Then we have next is 2 letters of recommendation. You need to have 2 letters of recommendation. Tazkiyah, as they say. It can be from an Islamic center, your local masjid. It can be from a sheikh if you know one. If you have a student of knowledge in your locality, even if it's your Quran teacher, a tazkiyah from someone that knows you, just to say that they know you to have good manners and to seek knowledge and the likes. And so it doesn't have to be from a specific person. If you can get from someone that works in the Islamic University as a teacher, or as they conduct sometimes, there is sometimes a group of teachers from the Islamic University that will come to a specific country. So they'll go to America, or they'll go to Canada, or they'll go to Bosnia, or they'll go to Europe anywhere, or China or Brazil, looking for students that want to apply to the Islamic University of Medina, and they will interview them. And so you go to them, and sometimes they will help you in writing a tazkiyah. So if you can get a tazkiyah from them, that's good. If there's anyone else that's connected to the university that can help you out in getting your tazkiyah, that's good also. But none of these things are guarantees. It's just one of the requirements, and hopefully it can be of help, and at the same time it could be of no help at all. So it's not a big deal, and just get 2 tazkiyahs from anywhere, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, and that's that. Then the next point is a testimony of conduct. You have to have a testimony of conduct. That's different from the 2 tazkiyahs, but it's kind of the same as well. So you can get this from your school, you can get this from another Islamic center, you can get this from someone else to say that they know you for good mannerisms and the likes. So they say, such as your employee even, or your school teacher and the likes, from anywhere. So that's that, and that's the end of the requirements. That's all that's needed. Passport passport size picture, birth certificate, high school certificate or GCSE results, transcript of those results, medical letter, 2 tazkiyas, testimony of conduct, and that's it. And so I will have all of that in the link bi'idhnillah ta'ala, so you can double check it. But once you've gathered all of that, what do you do? Before, the Islamic University application website was open throughout the year and you could apply anytime. But now they changed the system, and so the application period now is only specific times in the year. They announce it on their Twitter website or on their Twitter page, and usually the message gets around. And if you stay in tune, and inshallah Istiqamah TV will post whenever they post it bi'idhnillah ta'ala, and we'll translate it so that the people can apply to the university. And so there's not a specific time, but usually they open it, and it's and it's been going around that most likely they're going to open it this year for after Ramadan. So for after Ramadan they're going to open the application, and so it would be good to start getting your papers ready now. If you have made a decision and you want to apply in Islamic University, pray Salat al-Istikhara, get your documents ready, and when the application period opens up, all you have to do is upload those documents and fill out the forms that are really basic. And so the link to the online application for the Jamia, for the university, is going to be posted down below likewise, and there's option for the English language, and there's options for other languages, Urdu, Turkish, other languages. You can, whatever language you're speaking in, of course we're speaking English, we'll press the English, and inshallah you will see that. Then you go on to make a new application. If you go onto that same link right now, that option of new applications is not working. But once they open, inshallah, after Ramadan this year, you go on that option, and then you'll see it'll be straightforward to go through the options. You just have to fill out your name in English and then try to write in Arabic. What you shouldn't do is use Google Translator. Don't use Google Translator. Try to get someone that speaks Arabic to translate your name. That's the mistake that I made. I translated my last name on Google Translator, and it translated it wrong, and it's still on my name till today. And so my last name is Haji Aden. Somali say Aden, but it's Adam originally. So in Arabic I can say Adam, but I put it in Google Translator. How do I write Aden in English? Or just translate it for me, and they translated it as Aden, the city in Yemen, Aden. So my name is Haji Aden until today in my certificate and in all of my papers. And so don't make the same mistake that I made. Once you applied and you've uploaded all your JPEG files, you've uploaded them, then you get the option of submitting it, and you submit it. They will give you a number. You save it onto your email, write it down, save it in more than one place, and then you can modify it throughout that process. So let's say, for example, you began applying and you're missing one document, for example, and you want to upload it tomorrow or next week. What do? You upload everything, you put it through, you wait until you get that last document, you go to modification and you add that last missing document and you put it through, you submit it. And so you can always do modification, but it's better to try to do it one time and to prepare your documents before the time comes in, because certain things like the medical letter can take some time, and looking for someone to give a tazkiyah if you don't have anyone near you can take some time. And so preparing it from early would always be of benefit to you, and that's all that is to it. After that, tawakkal ala Allah, you make dua, and I advise you to continue with your life. Meaning, do not put your whole life on pause with the idea that I'm going to get accepted to the Islamic University, so I'm going to put my whole life on pause. I'm waiting until next year. This is a mistake that so many people make. The Islamic University, which is a scholarship, is not guaranteed. It's a selective process. They go through selecting few individuals from the thousands upon thousands of people that applied. Not everyone gets accepted. No matter how good your application is, no matter how strong your tazkiyah and recommendation letter is. So you need to be aware of that. Do not put a pause to your life. Continue seeking knowledge. If you're able to go to Egypt to seek knowledge, go ahead. Go learn Arabic. Go memorize the Quran if you haven't. Carry on with your life. If you have a degree that you're in the middle of, that you're doing a secular degree, or you're doing some other studies, or you're doing a business, continue with your life. Continue with your life as normal. If the Islamic University comes, it's a bonus. It's a bonus, and alhamdulillah, you go ahead and you go with this studies in the Islamic University of Medina. It's a bonus, walillahi alhamd. But if it doesn't come, you haven't lost out on anything. You still have your life ahead of you. You're still doing your other degree that you're in the middle of, or your other studies, or your job, or your business, or whatever else other plans you had in your life. You continue upon that. And if it doesn't come, alhamdulillah, your life is still set. Don't put your whole life on pause as many people do, and they waste a year or two sitting at home just thinking that they're gonna get accepted, and they never get up. They never end up getting accepted, sadly. And so this is a reality that you need to take into consideration, that there is a possibility that you might never get accepted. ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِيهِ مَن يَشَاءُ. It's a ni'mah and a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal, and He gives it to whomsoever He wills. With whatever for a wisdom that is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Perhaps maybe it's not good for you to go. Perhaps there is a better opportunity for you. Perhaps it's better for you to do something else. Ila akhirih. I'm not saying that you shouldn't seek knowledge, because seeking knowledge is not restricted to the Islamic University of Medina, nor to any other Islamic university, nor to any city actually. Seeking knowledge can be sought anywhere. You can seek knowledge in your own locality. Allah Azza wa Jal made it easy for us in our times likewise to continue seeking knowledge online. If a person learns Arabic, if he goes to Egypt, learns Arabic in a year or year and a half or 2 years, and comes back and is not able to go to seek knowledge to another country, you can listen to the lessons of the scholars that's online. You can listen to the lectures of the scholars online as if he is hadir. And if he's got the opportunity to go to another Muslim land to seek knowledge, whether it's Kuwait or Emirat or Jazair or Morocco or Somalia or any other Islamic Muslim country where there are scholars and students of knowledge, then he should go and seek knowledge there, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And knowledge is something that doesn't stop from the cradle until the grave. It's something that is continuous. Even if you were to get accepted to the Medina and you graduated, you still continue to seek knowledge. Even if you're back in the UK or your homeland, you continue to seek knowledge until the end of your life. And so that's the end of the video. We went for a bit long, but inshallah it was fruitful and you benefit from it, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Any questions that you have on this specific topic of applying to the Medina or problems, you can put a comment below, and inshallah we could address it bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.